Instructor Public Safety is going to get started. We'll start in a subcommittee and start to hear Senate Bill 1155. Senator Mosley, go ahead when you're ready.
Hello, committee chair and committee. Thank you for hearing this bill today. I'm Senator Angela Walton Mosley of Senatorial District 13. The bill I will be presenting today is the CTF Medical Alert System. This act creates the Christian Taylor Ferguson CTF Medical Alert System to aid in identifying and locating a missing endangered person defined as a person, including a child, who is missing under unexplained, involuntary, or suspicious circumstances, and who is believed to be in danger because of a medical condition that requires immediate care, medication, or treatment. The CTF Medical Alert System shall be set up and maintained in a manner similar to the Amber Alert System. The Department of Public Safety shall develop regions to provide the system and to coordinate local law enforcement agencies and public commercial television and radio broadcasters. The department shall also administer and promulgate rules to implement the provision of this act. Persons knowingly making a false report to trigger an alert under the act shall be guilty of a Class A misdemeanor. And that is the summary of the bill. I do have a witness, Ms. Theda Wilson, who is the mother of Christian Taylor Ferguson, who can go more in detail why this is an important system to have. If there are any questions.
Questions for the sponsor? Seeing none. Anybody here to testify in favor of the bill? Come on forward. Make sure you fill out a witness form there. There should be some on the table, and leave it for our records. And you can proceed when you're ready.
Online.
Online works too. Yep. If you've already filled one out online, you're good.
Yes. But I'll do it again just to make sure.
Oh, you're okay. We know where to find your senator.
Greetings. I'm Theda Wilson, the mother of missing, murdered Christian Ferguson, and I'm definitely in support of this bill because I am the mother of Christian Taylor Ferguson. It's imperative that a bill like this passes. We have too many people missing. Just yesterday, there were 1,327 persons missing, and with my efforts to increase awareness of missing persons and help families navigate the missing person process, I found that a lot of times parents who are reporting their loved ones missing, they may not know all the things that I know, and they may not remember to say that my child has a medical or special circumstance that will allow a bill like this to save or preserve their lives. So just looking at the way that my case was handled, knowing that there were instances when the father of my children was non-compliant, medications weren't picked up timely. You know, there's so many things that could have been done if this bill was in existence. You know, it could have preserved the life of my child. It could have taken my child from a person that did not care about the best interests of my child and put them in the proper hands and the proper care. So, you know, we have people who are on dialysis. We have people who have, like I used to work at a school. I taught children with medical needs. So when I think of the fact that even me being the nurse on call for the school district in which I worked, you know, knowing the condition and even some of the habits of the parents, some of the parents, they may have a disability. They may not know how to properly advocate. And so we need a bill like this one to be in place. You know, every time I think about how many days my child didn't get the proper cc's or milliliters of medication, and just the fact that doctors could have said, hey, we haven't seen this child, or we know that this child needs this within a certain amount of time. The time is of the essence when a person is missing, period. But when they have a medical circumstance, like my child needing medication within a 24-hour period, that's a problem, if we don't have things in place to address situations when they go missing.
Well, thank you for coming here and testifying. Appreciate your comments. Any questions for this witness? Seeing none, thank you for your testimony.
That's all.
Anybody else here to testify in favor of the bill? Anybody to testify in opposition to the bill? Seeing none, anybody for informational purposes only? That'll conclude the hearing on the Senate bill.
Thank you.
Thank you. Senator, any closing remarks?
Thank you for hearing this bill today.
Happy to do it. Next, we'll go to Senator Carter on Senate Bill 989. Go ahead when you're ready, Senator.
I was waiting for your leadership. So Senate Bill 989, for the record, Senator Jill Carter representing the 32nd District in Southwest Missouri. Senate Bill 989, it is basically kind of goes along with the stand your ground laws. It just deals with the civil liability if you are found not guilty. Just strengthens that language just a little bit. It's one sentence, so if there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Questions for the sponsor? Seeing none. Anybody here testify in favor of the bill? Anybody here in opposition to the bill? Anybody for informational purposes only? That'll conclude the hearing on your bill. Any
Pretty
closing
easy.
remarks?
No, just thank you so much for your time
Yeah,
and
we're
attention.
glad to hear it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll stay in subcommittee. I think we're waiting on one member to show back up. Senators Bean and Brown, I know is the Probst going right now? You guys, we'll just come over and grab you if that's okay, because we need you to stay in. We exec on a couple bills from last week. We need one more. We think Senator Razor's on his way. A thing? Yes. Well, that's great. That's
Warner,
here.
Brown, Bean, Eigel, Razor, Schroer, Williams.
Quorum being established, to make a motion to move into executive session. Do I have a second? Having a second, I move that Senate Bill 1300 be brought before the committee. Do I have a second? I have a second. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill is before the committee. This bill was presented last week by Senator Bean and directs DOR to take certain actions regarding the Clearinghouse program. We do have a committee substitute ending in 02C. We emailed that out, I believe, yesterday or the day before. It adds another bill from Senator Bean that was unanimously voted out of agriculture. Is there any discussion on the substitute or the underlying bill? Yeah, Senator Bean, you want to explain the bill just briefly and then the substitute?
The substitute, all that we just put Senate Bill 1298 on it, which is dealing with updating the definition of a cotton trailer. And we do. It's on the calendar. We just added it onto here too as another vehicle, so that's all we did. No
The good
changes.
senator is
That's all.
finding vehicles.
It opened up the title.
Any discussion from anybody else on that? All right, all those in favor of adopting the substitute? I move to adopt the substitute. All those in favor of adopting the sub, say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. You've adopted the substitute. I now move that we vote do pass Senate committee substitute for Senate Bill 1300. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, Ben, call the roll. I need a second for that, sorry. There, got a second. Ben, call the roll.
Senators Fitzwater,
Aye.
Brown, Bean, Eigel, Razor, Schroer, Williams.
By a vote of 4-0, you voted do pass Senate Committee Substitute for Senate Bill 1300. I now move that Senate Bill 772 be brought before the committee. I have a second. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill is before the committee. I move that Senate Bill 772 be voted out of committee, do pass. Do I have a second? I have a second. This bill was presented last week by Senator Gannon regarding IDs for homeless youth. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ben, call a roll.
Senators Fitzwater,
Aye.
Brown, Bean, Eigel, Razor, Schroer, Williams.
By a vote of 4-0, you have voted do pass Senate Bill 772. I now move that Senate Bill 1015 be brought before the committee. Do I have a second? I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill is before the committee. I move that Senate Bill 1015 be voted out of committee. Do pass. Do I have a second? I have a second. This bill was presented last week by Senator Bernstetter regarding conservation license plates. Any discussion on that bill? Seeing none, Ben, call the roll.
Senators Fitzwater,
Aye.
Brown, Bean, Eigel, Razor, Schroer, Williams.
By a vote of 4-0, the motion carries. I now move that Senate Bill 1156 be brought before the committee. Do I have a second? I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill is before the committee. I move that Senate Bill 1156 be voted out of committee. Do pass. Do I have a second? I have a second. I presented this bill last week regarding inspections for places that sell trailers. It just making the process more efficient for these franchises. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ben, call the roll.
Senators Fitzwater,
Aye.
Brown, Bean, Eigel, Razor, Schroer, Williams.
By a vote of 4-0, the motion carries. I now make a motion to exit executive session. Do I have a second? I have a second. The Committee on Transportation will be adjourned for the week.